Hello, Retreat House friends. I am Lil Smith, a co-founder and director at Retreat House. In year 3 at Retreat House, we began revisiting the mission and vision to see where God is leading us. After spending some time with our consultant, Mike Bachman, at Union Coffee, we are now pleased to share some of these results with you. Without a doubt, the driving wheel of Retreat House is spiritual direction. Spiritual direction is when a trained spiritual director sits with another, taking a long, loving look at what is real in life, seeking freedom from bondage, those things that tie us up in knots, savoring and celebrating with the holy, to find a deeper meaning and purpose in life. As a driving wheel, Retreat House is about holding space for transformation and spiritual growth to occur. Why a driving wheel? Let's put the physical location or virtual online center of Retreat House at the center of the wheel. Retreating to the center or to the interior space releases us from the exterior pressures and influences of life. With the smallest amount of exterior influence as possible, we have freedom from what is going on in our lives so that we can be nurtured in the center at Retreat House. We can be nurtured, filled, refreshed, renewed, restored, to feel both full and empty in this time of retreat. To feel both the fullness of the fruit of the Spirit to be shared with others, and the emptiness of a vessel to listen and to respond to the world. Many pilgrims at Retreat House report a sigh of relief when they walk in the door, and a physical lightening of the load as they go back into their environment. Each covenant partner at Retreat House is a spoke in the wheel. As one goes back into the world as a vessel of peace and nonviolence, the outside circle has a greater opportunity to be affected by the peace of the center. So there is a direct correlation and outcome. At the restoration, peace, and spiritual growth received at Retreat House, to living this peace in the outside world. There are 5 core values that we have identified at Retreat House, which support the driving wheel. Brave vulnerability, intimate spaces where we boldly share thoughts, weaknesses, dreams, strengths, ideas, and perspectives that might not otherwise be shared. Vulnerability is courageous. Cultivation. With time, attention, and practice, we provide that which is necessary for people and communities to grow into their best possible selves. Cross-pollination. Taking the metaphorical DNA from one system, sector, institution, or paradigm, and seeing what happens when we mix it with the DNA from a different system, sector, institution, or paradigm. Hesed. It's a Hebrew word for loving kindness, with an emphasis on hospitality and the interconnectedness of human beings. And exploring sacred stories. Sacred stories give us meaning so that we might follow in the footsteps of others, live their stories, and find community with the divine inspired past. There is one more word that made it on the wheel. Intentionality. Don't wait. Engage the present moment. We hope you feel invited and will explore these core values with us, either in person at Retreat House or online. Spiritual growth takes time and intentionality. It takes a space to focus and to let the spiritual growth happen over time. We know it takes time and intentionality. Take a moment to notice which core value stands out the most for you today. Retreat House is a great place to explore that core value and take your next step on the journey.